my first one in before anyone notices. Try scientists. Although, your enemies maybe pays us off on bounties too. Don't really feel like the synergies on that guy play very well. Not a very powerful ability at all. Alright, we don't make any money off this faction either. How about that? Okay. Morning, chat. Good morning. Should start the prediction, shouldn't I? Waves to start off with, apparently. I boosted them, no reason not to. Hey, Skeks. Two big rats? That's crazy. They're faster, so they don't all come at once. Alright, get a blessing, get a card, delete a card. That playable? It has to hit almost exactly. I think I get 40 seconds between waves. But added a new growth unit. That could be good. What do we get before we draw? Feed to allies is okay. Huh. Early custom gate here. Never used this. It might be good early. Expensive as all. Try it. New market maybe? Yeah. I need 40 for going to happen. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, the kicking off the other one. Nice. I already have a defensive force already. All there. I guess moving between these two initial ones is okay. Feels like it's going to be better there. Alright, house card or advisor? Advisor, I think. Alright. Oh, that's the shoe market. Fuck, that was supposed to be the one I'm actually moving through. Feels bad. Feels bad. Okay. Beat a card. Get, okay, Blessing's not going to help us here. Let's get rid of Rebels. Have the building down quite yet. Was the advisor? 3 cards whenever you discard 10 cards. It's kind of shit. There's the custom gate. If I put it out there, or if I try to do it here. Right here. Feels like a scammy fucking thing. Doing the move build, we're trying. I haven't tried it at all before. I've not been very impressed with it, honestly, so. Brain, get gold, get random military card. The training officer, it's not bad. Get gold, get card, get house. I would like tannery. But I need a house right now. Walk them away from where I need them to go. And this is with move speed, huh? I haven't played the move speed building. Wait, yes I have. Why are they so slow? Oh. I think I died by walking away. Pretty typical, huh? We'll find out. Like 4 more of those buildings, I guess, if we're gonna consider that movement. Alright, move a card, get gold. Leader level for half my gold. I'll take a leader level for half my gold. Lead a card, blessing, build a house. Hey, dehydrogenase. Now, what's the event? Ooh. Remove all cheese cards. I don't know if that's a real thing, but we're trying it. Should wait for this to arrive. In case. I want more movement cards. Morning, Billy. Need to draw my... Dude, I did not draw economy card here. Feels bad. Every wave this side. I wonder if I can move away and then move back in time. Can't accept that right now. Try. Ah, neat card. Get 3 upgraded rats, which would be great if I wasn't going to die to this wave. I hate how fucking slow they are, man. I want to play out Hunt quite badly before cycling. All my money. Well, and all that stuff right there. Upgraded guys, so not entirely useless. Another wave from the same side. That's every wave on the left side.
Quitters never win.
Max score. Sub.
Enjoy the
Resub.
Ratropolis streams. Such a great game.
Unit deployed is upgraded after every 7 military units is played. Card upgrade or legendary card. Public Bath or Dark Knight. We just ate all the cheeses. Not a lot of shit left in our deck. Public Bath is fucking sick though. Helps a lot if I'm moving around too. Okay. Hunt. I think we want to get Public Bath down. Want to get the hunt out. Next tax ought to do it. Okay. Getting the free training officer was pretty good too. Since training officers stack with double growth cards that we have, I feel like our start's pretty decent. House, delete a card, get a blessing. Alright, we're still not done fighting this somehow. Alright, event, get a reinforce, get a random military card. Cav. Okay, Cav are fast. This is good for a strategy like this, I guess. That the merchants got for us. +3 growth to allies passing through a building. Is this possible? This seems too memey, right? I was only going to do this early when my walls are super small. Good morning, Nobu. That is a real question mark to me. It's a fair amount of growth percentage-wise, right? Like the other guy, the melees are 15. This is 3. Combined with the fact that we already have the leaders down. I doubt I'll be checking out the new MTG set when it drops. I don't know, I think it might be bait. Delicious bait. Problem is I can't currently play it in a position where I can use it. No, it's not once per unit. It happens as many times you want per unit. Very cool. Getting a lot of upgraded guys right now, which is great. Money is all. $119 for this. Now, what does a training officer look like? I think that's guard, maceman, archer. I don't know where training officer icon is. Are they all dead? Beat a card, build a house, get gold. House would be nice, gold would be nice. I'm really happy to get rid of guards though. I don't think guards help me at all. I drop a monument there. Where's the wave coming from? Right side? Boost my guys. Lay out hunt. Both sides. Grab my the cav die. Training officers that curl, I guess. Yeah. Well, I would deploy him here and send him left. Alright, +1 advisor. That's really bad. That's decent, but not great. I think I'll take the gold. Money is a house. good. All right, let's grab. Are they still fighting that? Holy fuck, are they gonna kill it or what? Flood cards, I guess. 5 flood cards. All right, can I select these? Make them move. Dude, it's so clunky moving an individual group. Like, it's insanely clunky. Legionaries don't grow. Well, I can make them go back and forth anyways, like when they're only halfway there. Interesting. Are we on this side? Maybe not amazing. Dude, we're getting a lot of upgraded legionaries, like way more than I normally get. I need to know what they look like. Probably level 3 something. Use between a defensive wall, house, and watchtower. Get 2 copies. Territory expansion. Legendary card. The monument worth it? I have no idea. This is the first time we tried this strategy. What do we want if we do this? Want a little bit of expansion? I mean, I could get 2 walls, but I could get 2 fucking houses in a wall. Much better. Why does it also convert him when you tell him to go a different way when I've already told him to go one way? That's so clunky, this fucking interface, man. Like when he's considered in the wall and when he's not. I think I just lost my market fucking around with that too. Alright, where are the ducks? Click, click. Nobody does anything. They're all here. Go here. Get a new hand. Not sure that's gonna scale enough with the amount of micro I'm spending doing this. Alright, chest there. Delete a card, get a card, get gold. Oh, newcomer. I'm the guy who gives pretty good tips for Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I suppose that describes part of what I've done in my life, yep. Or the guy who gives limited reviews of streamers, I guess. Only problem with this game is it takes like all of your, because it uses your time as a resource, you spend so much of your fucking time doing this as opposed to chatting with chat. That was the pinnacle of my life. Well, I'm glad I had a pinnacle, but it wasn't just all a downward slope. Remind me in like at the end of this game, I have X support horror stories to tell this morning again. It's been a fun morning. I've been up for a number of hours. Oh, is this the barrel map? I didn't realize. Okay. Need population again. So that means they're level 3. We don't have any unupgraded ones there. do have militia bow there. I guess we should be moving these guys back so they get growth. Where is this? Blessing, delete a card, build a house. Definitely need a house right now. Draw that. Just move them all to here like scrubs. And as cranky as your housemates with a hangover. Not cranky. I'm okay. I just woke up early with no sleep and spent all morning doing tech support that didn't work. So I'm sure it'll be a fun conversation. No, don't blow up my buildings. Yeah, get that. What happened to my army? My army just died to this shit? Feel betrayed? How about this whole army I was leveling up for all these rounds? They just all died. That's kind of awkward. Well, I had mobile units who could move from side to side. Dude, what the fuck is this wave? Wave just gonna kill everything I put in front of it? Kind of bullshit. Can we go and help or what? No? Do not want to help? Okay. It's fine. We don't need to help. We can just lose the city in the wave. It's fine. Not important. Die. Just show up one at a time. Lose the base before you walk over there. Could be what could be less important than that building in the center. Okay. Okay. Outcome. He fails. All right. Take a look, chat. Yes, I agree with that. Soft fail. I got doom stacked there by some sort of hit. We lost 10 channel points. Disaster. Hope you get them back. Yeah. You knew I want to talk about tech support issues? I did want to talk about tech support issues. So chat, I just want to, you know, sometimes you hear the expression name dropping. I want to name drop my fucking best bro, the man I'm closest with in my life. And that is Murphy himself. This morning was another round of one-on-one fucking pep talks with him today. Woke up 2 hours earlier than I wanted to wake up and get back to sleep. Decided, you know, last night I got the, you guys know I'm working on the VR setup in the background, right? Like I want to be able to stream VR in the not too distant future. And that essentially means I need to be able to connect. So the newest Quest 2, which is the Quest 2, which is the VR headset that I have, will run a cord to a PC for A, to support more games from different platforms, as well as games that are a little bit more computationally intense. And then B, because if you want to get an output from a VR headset, you need something capturing it, and presumably that will allow me to get an output to capture to OBS, right? So anyways, first step was to buy this cord. I bought a cord over Christmas for this, and the cord works with my current PC, but it's a USB-C cord, which doesn't work with my old PC, which is the PC I have in the basement, which is the one I'll be streaming off of if I do the VR streaming. So I bought a new cord, which is a USB-C to USB 3 cord for the downstairs PC, which was back ordered for 11 days. But then 2 days later, it arrived. So it arrived last night unexpectedly. And I was sitting there this morning, like in the middle of the morning, like 5 a.m. this morning or something, like way before I wanted to wake up, sitting there going, well, what the fuck am I going to do right now? And I'm like, you know what? I'll set up this, I'll try to get this VR stuff working. So I stream in my, I don't know what you call it. It's ground floor and the floor after it. First floor, second floor. I think my dad calls it one thing and my mother calls it another thing, I think based on where they grew up. But anyways, I'm on that floor. My PC for that is on the basement. So this morning I spent all morning just like running between those floors trying to get this shit to work. So I moved the router to the basement where the fiber comes in because I need an internet connection down there, and I don't want to be just on the fiber going out to the internet. I want the router in between for firewall stuff, right? and then was going to move a switch to the upstairs. So I have the switch. The switch was working when I was streaming in the office because I used the switch there as well. So this morning I break down the router, move it downstairs, set all that up, move the PC over, set that up, start downloading for that, connect fine to the router, and then I go back upstairs and start setting up the switch for that. The switch doesn't work. Or rather, I can't connect to the internet upstairs off that switch. I'm like, what the fuck? So I bring the switch downstairs, works fine downstairs. Bring it back upstairs again, doesn't work. Test the cable, cable works fine. Cable was working fine before I moved the setup, working fine after the setup. If I move the router back upstairs, I can stream off that. If I moved it back downstairs, I can connect to the internet there. Something is wrong with my switch, the switch right now. I don't quite know what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna have to order another one or not, but I don't know. I spent 2.5 hours doing that this morning, and at the end of that, have to revert back to my old setup with no progress made, which just feels like typical. I mean, it's like everything I do with tech support is like this, right? Everything I do with technical stuff is like this, right? It's like 2 steps forward and then 3 steps backwards, then 2 steps forward again. That's the process. That's the movement. And that's how we make progress. Right, so I thought I'd share. I found it amusing this morning. So using the same ports on the switch upstairs and downstairs. I tried all the ports Hindu. All the ports in that. So I could not get the switch. I couldn't get the switch working downstairs again either. I don't know why I said that the switch is working downstairs. It wasn't. So there seems to be, for whatever reason, although the switch was working when I was in the office, it was about 2 months ago, and it's just been sitting in a box since then. It is not currently working. It lights up. I factory reset it. It seems to think it's working, but the router doesn't see it, and I can't pull internet through the switch at all right now on any devices. Yeah, oh, I'm +1, new gamer. That's correct. I am generally +1 in my progress technically, but I do take a lot of steps for the amount of movement I actually get out of it. All right, do we want to try this start again? I thought we had a pretty good general leader start, but I don't know what the hell we're going to do versus this. I could have cut my lock and took my switch out in front of my office. Yeah. It's true. I could have run up the stairs and had a heart attack. I could have had a brain aneurysm in my sleep. I could have been abducted by aliens whose only purpose in life is to torture all sentient human beings. Switch work upstairs. Switch doesn't work anywhere, right? Well, I mean, I don't even know. I can't say that the switch isn't working. It's acting like it's working, but it's not working. Can't get it to work anywhere. I'm not sure you've actively won with the general since low teens population. Huh. My local node oversold. I don't know what that means. Ever get a new bike? No, all the bikes are, apparently COVID has really done a number on the supply of the bike that I want. So they were supposed to get stock of that again in November, and they didn't. So I called them in November. They said maybe in December. So I called them in December. They said no, they don't have it yet. So no, I don't have a new bike yet. Although I almost bought one when I was down visiting my parents because they had the bike I wanted in that area. But I didn't have a way to get it back. I don't have a bike rack yet. General Shield Militia is a scam. This is a VR torture environment. I don't know. It was pretty mild torture. Maybe they're just warming me up. Start slow, you know. More of a BDSM thing than a torture thing, really. They're just trying to warm you up a little bit before they get really started. Engineers are OP. I didn't find any of the. I mean, we had a fair number of upgrades there. We just got spanked by whatever those units were. We could try general again, or I could just try something more likely to win. When do I usually stream? Man, I'm glad you found my channel. I like how you started with like kind of one of these passive aggressive compliments, and then have followed up by not looking below the stream where the schedule is, or doing anything to look for that yourself. I stream 5 days a week, 9 a.m. US Central. Don't stream Mondays or Tuesdays. Welcome. All right. Guess we're going again with these. Doesn't sound glad about it. Can you guys tell? My wife can't tell when I'm deadpanning or not. Can you guys? Yeah, it could be. I don't know, Miklas, where I would find a setting like that, but that's the fact that it was working fine before and is now not working really leads me to suspect that and I did not have my router as part of that. There was a router at the office, but it was not my router. So I kind of wonder if something related to that. That would make some sense. Where would I find a setting on a... I mean, they're both Netgear routers. They're in both Netgear products, right? It's a Netgear switch and a Netgear router. So I'm kind of curious as to why, what I would be needing to do to enable that. I didn't poll this one, no. Oh, I haven't started a prediction yet. Okay, hold on. Let's start a prediction too. Pass-through setting? Where do I find that in a router? I'm really curious now. Get a card, get gold, get a house, get a mace. A house is fine. It's called bridge mode. I'm not wanting the router to do... I want the router routing still, chat. If that's not clear. The router needs to be still doing its job. Oh, yeah, I'm not a US. We're on pollution 18 right now, chat. My switch might be routing as well. I don't know how to... I can't get into an interface on the switch yet. I haven't been able to see it on my network. So I don't know how to fuck with switch settings, right? The switch is just a very simple looking box to begin with. Is it a smart switch or a dumb switch? How do I tell? Is it a smart switch or a dumb switch? Knock it against the wall and see if it yells. Normally how I check with people. Switch is not simple, hub is dumb. You would ask me if there was a difference between a switch and a hub. I would have told you no until right this instant. All right, chat. Just assume that my tech level is essentially monkey pressing glowing buttons, and let's work from there. That's a safe assumption. I'll answer a few of the general questions right off the bat. Yes, the computer is plugged in. I do in fact pay for internet, and I have paid my power bill in the last couple months. But working from there, routing equals there are two different networks and devices between can't see each other. Bridge, there's one network, devices can see each other. Sure, but wouldn't the I want the router doing the routing. So because the setup is essentially internet comes in on the fiber in the basement. Fiber immediately runs to the router. The router runs one upstairs, which then hits the switch, and then the switch then distributes to 3 different PCs upstairs. And then there's stuff plugged into the router downstairs that also wants routing done there, right? So when you say, I thought when you set things into bridge mode, like, I don't think I could set the router into bridge mode, right? Because I need it to do routing. So I must be missing some key concept here. All my all Netgear tech support. Maybe. I mean, honestly, I just started messing with it this morning and didn't get where I need to get there today. And then ran out of time before stream. I just happened to throw it out there because I think you guys secretly enjoy my suffering with technical support, so I try to share that from time to time. And then be the off chance that chat knew the answer. Chat has a lot of knowledge as an aggregate. Although individually I'm not as convinced. It'd be as simple as the cable too long to be an output from a router. That gonna be a different... I mean, I actually brought that up. I was talking to my dad about it this morning. I'm like, I wonder if the cable could be too long. But is there gonna be a difference between the cable length that a router and a cable modem... Well, I guess it's a fiber modem, whatever the fuck that's called. Not even called fiber modems. They're called like fiber endpoints or something like that. Is there gonna be a difference in how far those different things are able to push a signal? Removing cards, gaining gold, leader levels. I gotta say I'm only half paying attention to the game right now because I'm more, much more interested in solving this than house, delete a card. Already got rebels out? I don't remember removing. I must have done it. Not 100. Nowhere near it. It's not 50 meters either. It means it just goes up 2 stories through a wall. That's what you get. The cable's fine, right? When I revert back to the other setup, which still... Do we need to make this an MS Paint stream for a little bit, for a second, so I can like outline it? Because I actually, if you guys have suggestions and like the whatever this pass-through thing is, sounds actually really promising. If I can figure out exactly what you guys mean by that, and then also what's available. Do we want to take a second and do and see if Chad has advice on this, or is it just model numbers? I can do that, I guess, if need be. All right, let's take 2 seconds with this. I did bring it up. I brought it up mostly to share a funny story, but I guess we could actually do it as halfway tech support. We haven't done tech support on stream in a couple days. All right, let me bit up Paint real quick. I don't know why Paint. Probably actually easier in Excel. All right. Not an unpowered switch, it's a powered switch, and it's not 200 feet. All right, but your points are totally valid. I'm not trying to shoot them down. I'm just saying it's probably not applicable here, but it might be that. I'm kind of curious about that. All right, so I need to open up Google Sheets. All right, we'll do a quick we'll start with a quick tech support stream, because I would actually love to. This is probably a simple solution. I sincerely doubt the switch is broken, because it just doesn't make sense that it would have done that. So or it will be already. So now I'm kind of curious. Let me spell out the situation. What am I looking for? Yeah. All right, get the setup ready. So here's existing, desired. All right, existing is draw houses. Okay, so this is first floor, second floor, first floor above the ground floor. What am I calling this, chat? The nomenclature is not good enough here. We need something else. All right. Upper floor is good. All right. Upper floor, 1 level. Filling floor. That one doesn't ring true. No. Okay. All right. Okay. This one's pretty simple, right? This is the existing setup. Fiber comes in. Fiber ends in the basement to what I call a fiber modem, but is probably called something else. What is a fucking fiber modem called? They call it something really stupid. What it's called. I mean, we have a cable modem. Why did we invent another term for this? You need a fiber internet modem, no fiber optic modem. They don't call it that. They call it an endpoint or something. If they don't call it a modem, no one who is any part of this industry who's actually installed it has called it a modem. But anyways, sure. Fiber endpoint modem just runs a cord up into my wall, up to the router in this room, essentially. Yeah, that's the setup we got going on. Router then routes to some PCs. I guess it's technically 2 PCs, NAS or something like that, right? All right. What I want to do is this, because I have currently I've got a computer sitting here that's just Wi-Fi. No, not a wife. I didn't no, my wife is here in front of the TV. She is wirelessly connected to the TV too, but I don't know if we need that. That might be too complex. Anyways, There's a computer with Wi-Fi in the basement, which is currently not where we want to be. And then there's the VR headset down here, right? Do a stream about tech issues? I am doing a stream about tech issues. What do you mean I should do it? This is like, as a child, like, you're cleaning your room and your mom's like, you should clean your room. And I'm like, what do you think I'm doing? Oh my God. Amazing. Amazing chat. Hey, Anticondor, thanks for 22 months. Yeah. They don't call them converters. It's something else. Okay. So what I want is this. And this is what I tried to set up this morning. Okay. Basement, ground floor. And upper floor. All right, what I want is, this has the fiber endpoint, which is going to go to the router. The router is going to spit out one to a PC right down there. And then it's going to vertically spit out to a switch upstairs, which then sets out to PC, oops, not PCP. Talk about that on Twitch. PC, NAS, PC, VR headset, right? Well, I guess there's actually technically a TV downstairs too. But like this, basically. Right? This is what I want. This is what I set up this morning. I brought the router downstairs. And the problem is, although router does all sorts of weird things with this, if I remove the switch and directly put in a PC, I guess that's Control X, B, oops. I connect fine to the internet. But when I add the switch in the middle, I can't get online. And if I bring the switch downstairs, it's the same problem. So the talk about the cord being the difference, and this is, I guess, currently going up 2 stories, but 2 stories almost directly vertical really isn't that far. But the same problem exists if I bring the switch downstairs. The wife is missing? No, the wife is stationary. She always is downstairs on the TV. All right. Okay. All right. Do I have DHCP on the switch or not? I don't know what the switch. I haven't. I don't know what the default of the switch is, and I don't have. Whereas I can log into my router, I've not ever been able to log into the switch. There might be a way to do that. I've never attempted it. I'm pretty new to using this switch. I've only used it once before, where it was just plug and play. I just plugged it in, it worked fine. What's the model of the switch? Let me go find out. I'll find out. 2 seconds. I did factory reset the switch this morning. Did that already. Both these are Netgear products. Let me go grab the switch model. 2 seconds. I'd have brought that upstairs. All right, chat. What do we have? I have a Netgear ProSafe plus switch GS105E. We'll put that up here. And hopefully this is just a super easy fix, and I just haven't got to that point yet because I only started with this problem this morning. Yes, 105E. All right. I know this switch has a interface because my dad has this switch as well and can log into his. I just haven't tried or attempted to or figured out how to yet. And the way I would have normally, anyways. Yeah. pulling an IP address. The fact that the PC doesn't see an Ethernet at all when I'm connected to that switch, presumably, I don't know how I would go about. Like, it doesn't see anything when it's connected to the switch, right? Is this login defaults to? Yeah, but I don't know where it is. Like, I can't see it on the net on the network. Yeah, I don't have to. I mean, I can buy another fucking switch too if it's a problem. I just had this switch. I felt like using. Right. It doesn't show up in the list of connected devices to my router. Exactly. But I don't know how to fucking log into it. I don't know where it is on the network. No improvement on Wi-Fi 4 planned. I bought a new TV this last year that improved my wife's life immensely, judging by quantity of time spent there. Did not show up on a connect device on router. Shouldn't it though? It doesn't. All right. I wanted to float this out here. Maybe what we'll do is I'll go back to the game and we can leave this up and come back to it in a little bit or something if you guys have ideas. Because anyways, it was just annoying to move everything around, set everything up, and then not get this working. Because I expected this to work. Because when I was at the office, the switch was working fine. Part that, I mean, you know what I should have checked and didn't? I should have checked if I had plugged the fiber endpoint directly into the switch, if the PC downstairs would have got internet, because that would have been essentially what I was doing at the office. But thank you. I was just teasing you. Yeah, I was drawing my diagram of the setup because I was getting chat's help on the switch thing, and they asked about you, so I included you on the ground floor as wife at the TV watching Call of the Midwives. Yeah, it's right there. Let's take a look. One IP from the on the router, right? Pop the link in Discord. There's utility need. Figure it. There is a utility, but you don't need to. Well, a lot of this is plug and play, right? You don't need to. Network. And printers can smell fear. This is not fear. This is mostly confusion, a little bit of annoyance. The default IP of the switch. Can't get an IP. All right. Not plugged into the network right now. It's chat. See how it's not plugged in, so I can't try that this instant. But I will grab that IP, try for later. .0. Okay, so if I plug that into my router, that will be the default IP for it. There are issues probably on the router. It could be, as I said, people were talking about a setting on the router for this, and I was kind of curious what the hell the setting was. Seconds. I want the router the most. Ouch. Well, I lost a foot finding it out, but we have the information has been obtained. The Nighthawk X4S apparently. Also Netgear. Did I say X4S? Something like that? Oh, okay. For router switch PC must work without problems, right? That's what I was expecting. That was what I was expecting, because it essentially was. If you think of what the office setup was, at the office was their internet into their router hidden somewhere into my switch into my PC with no setup of any sort worked fine. What port did I plug it into? It's got 5 ports on the switch. I tried all of them, but I initially plugged it the incoming internet like from the router in port 5. Yeah, we did that, Hindu. I think so. That antivirus on? Yes, I do. But that's not. I tried getting a hip niece or nephew to look at it. Why do you think that would help? Again, port 1 of the switch works every time. That's what I thought. I thought the switch didn't care which port it was, but I tried. It doesn't matter because I tried all the fucking ports for incoming traffic, so it doesn't make any difference if it's 1 or 5 or 3 because they've all been tried. All right. Anyways. So I want to look in, what was this bridging thing that someone was talking about? Do I need to look into that? Like bridging settings for the Nighthawk? Try running my car over it. My foot? Yeah, done that. I could order a new Switch, but the Switch was working. It just seems likely that there's a setting issue here somewhere. Really, PC downstairs able to ping the local loop back. I don't know what that means. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, McFeagle, right? I wanted the router to route. That's why I didn't want to just pass it through. The whole point of this is, because, I mean, if you think about it, what I could just do is fucking put the switch in the bottom down in the basement here, right? Instead of doing this setup here, I could leave the router where it is upstairs and put the switch downstairs. The problem is then I don't have a router in between me and the internet, which is not where I want to be, right? The switch isn't going to offer any sort of protection, and I don't know if the fiber endpoints do. I don't think they do, right? So I think I want the router actually routing because, again, it's not just going to be passing on. Here, the PC, particularly the downstairs PC, will be connecting directly to the internet. Well, not directly. It will be connecting to the internet through the router there with no, like I need something doing routing, right? Routing and firewalling. Anyway. I don't know what you mean by that, Baronock. Fiber router switch PC must work every time. Right, I agree. Fiber endpoint is associated with the MAC address. You think that's relevant though? Because the fiber endpoint still plugs into the router. It has they asked for my router MAC address when they set this up. So presumably, I mean, I'm curious now if that has any impact because they did ask for that, but it shouldn't matter, right? Because once we're here, the router is just it shouldn't really matter if this is a switch or a PC, right? Because the router is routing to it. I think, right? Endpoint stops caring after the router. That's what I think. That's what I think too. So maybe you're right. If I had put the switch in the basement and then left the router up top, which I don't want to do anyways for other problems, maybe there would have been an issue then because it would have been sending to the switch and it wouldn't like the MAC address on that. I appreciate the guys who are actually taking this seriously and trying to give me a hand with that. I really do. I know some of you guys are just memeing in chat, and my general rule of thumb is if it's funny, you can keep it, but finding it super funny. Run the executables in compatibility mode since it's super old. What executables? We're not, I haven't run it. There's no software involved in this at all that I'm aware of, right? That I have any input or control over. All right. I'm happy to go play game, chat, if you guys are ready for game. I just wanted to bring this up because I was working on this morning, and I'm kind of like, if there's some like really obvious thing that I'm missing, for example, the initial thoughts on the bridge mode, which I didn't think was what it needed, but could have been, for example, that would have been helpful to have. Which will probably not work. Connect to F yet. What? We're not made more in public IP. Oh, you mean fiber endpoint is FPP? Okay. Right. You're saying if I put the switch here, it probably wouldn't work. Sure. But it still shouldn't matter, right? Because we're still just, this is still just the router. It's already, the fiber endpoint is satisfied because it's talking to the router. The router then splits off things and tells one of the router ports goes to the switch. The other thing is, it's kind of weird, is the, I don't even know if I want to bring this up. So router port lights were behaving differently when the switch was downstairs versus upstairs. I don't know why it would be like that. Verify bridge mode. What does that mean? I guess I need to now fucking Google bridge mode. I know what bridge. I thought bridge mode was just. I thought bridge mode is where you used a router as a like fucking Wi-Fi extender. Is that not what it is? Bridge mode lets you connect two routers without the risk of performance issues. Bridge mode is the configuration. This enables the NAT feature on the modem and allows a router to function each piece without an address conflict. Yeah, but isn't this a solution if I'm like using like, isn't this what I would be doing if instead of the switch I had a second router here and was just using that? Isn't that when I'd use bridge mode? And it still wouldn't be impacting the first router, right? It would be impacting the second one. So I don't understand where the bridge mode stuff would be relevant when I'm using a switch and a router. I mean, I have a fucking second router. I could do that. Okay, chat. It's not a Cat 5 issue. I'm 100% sure of that. We've heard so many. I know that's trying to be helpful, but modem and router if they're both set to act as a router. All right, chat. I think we're gonna go play games for a little bit. It's all right. I was hoping maybe for like a really easy fix. It could very well be the switch, I suppose. I don't know why it's having issues here, but we could potentially go. I could potentially. I mean, I can buy another fucking switch. It isn't an issue. The problem is if I buy another switch and it doesn't work, then I'm back to square one. But I now have an extra switch that I have to throw out my window and run over with the truck a couple times. You know. And that's not really where we want to go. All right, we'll call tech support over for today. Thanks for humoring me, chat. I appreciate the input and the help. Yeah, I mean, I can. I'm only on step one, right? Which is it didn't work today for the first time and I finished fucking with it this morning at about minus 20 minutes before stream. All right, let's cancel this one. Delete and return points. Okay, exit. Let's give up. Let's start again. How I slowly descend into madness? No, this is. You know, this is almost relaxing tech support, right? After the issues I went through last year with internet connectivity issues, where I just couldn't stream at all, like this is something I do need to solve before I can stream VR, but it's still VR stream is probably still at the minimum weeks away, probably 6 weeks away, and more likely longer than that if I don't prioritize it. So this is kind of low key. This is just, you know, something that I thought I would share with you guys about my day-to-day life that wasn't working. So we're pretty chill about that one. This isn't like the fucking internet where, you know, I was getting gaslit by every goddamn ISP company in Iowa telling me that there were no problems while there clearly were. Can I update the command? Yeah, I thought about it, Itadiki. I may be a little bit overkill on this. You can probably just do the image, quite honestly. Probably okay with an image. What VR game am I thinking of streaming? There aren't particularly ones I want to stream so much right now, so much as I want the setup in place for when there are. But buying a camera. So my basement is pretty reasonable in size, and I've got a 12 by 12 1-inch mat there for VR setup, and I'm thinking of running half. So imagine it's a 12 by 12 square, right? So I'm thinking of running a kind of like a hanging green screen around about half that square, and then setting the camera opposite it so that I can stream. And then of course I'll get the game capture. So capture the game and then get a body cam for VR. That's the plan. How soon we get to do that, I don't know yet. One of the things I need to solve is I need internet behind a router downstairs that isn't Wi-Fi, so I can get another PC to connect to the headset. So, anyways, let's play. What was the final resolution of the streaming issues I had with my ISPs? I eventually managed to talk the last ISP I was working with into upgrading me to a business client. And then once I was a business client, they ran fiber to my residence. And the fiber worked when we tested it. And then I moved my setup home from the office, tested it for about 60 hours or something. And then moved it home and it wasn't working. Called up business tech support. And although I've been trying for the last 3 months to get to the network department on residential tech support, business tech support got me there the first time I called. Talked to a network tech guy on their side. I can't remember what he called it, like Network Center of Operations or something. I can't remember what the acronym was. Anyways, talked to that guy. He told me that by looking at the logs of the connection to my place, that it was a bandwidth issue. Yeah, knock, that's right. He told me it was a bandwidth issue, to which I very politely said to him, I don't think it is a bandwidth issue. That's not consistent with the problems I've been having across multiple ISPs with multiple problems, including dropouts in the middle of the night where there's literally nothing on the network doing anything except the streaming PC, including when only the streaming PC is connected to the internet. And he said it's a bandwidth issue. He doubled down on that he could see issues where like Netflix turns on and wants more bandwidth than we have, kind of deal. So then I reset the router post getting the fiber install, and everything worked fine. And it had nothing to do with bandwidth issues. And at that point, I realized that no one knows fucking anything about anything whatsoever. That I'm on my own life. It was quite a philosophical moment. Life altering. So I was really kind of annoyed with his take on that. Not because of that, but because he basically shut down on being willing to entertain any other sort of option. And it so clearly wasn't that. None of the other problems, none of the problem pattern behavior, right? None of the things that we've been seeing over all this time are related to that. So my personal understanding of what happened is essentially there is some issue on the physical network on the broadband, right? Not on fiber, but on the cable. And when I switched from cable to fiber, I got rid of that issue. And then I had a new temporary issue with essentially the router and the fiber modem endpoint, the fiber endpoint not talking properly until I factory reset the fucking router. In which case now they talk fine and everything is a-okay and there's been no problems and it hasn't been anything to do with bandwidth. So I think what happened is I essentially got away from the cable modem, the cable internet issue by switching to fiber. And there was something seriously wrong with that because the cable issue was multiple ISPs, like 2 different ISPs to the same location, right? With the same exact type of problem. And the problem went away if I moved my setup anywhere else. Like I moved it to my in-laws' house, went away. Moved to my parents' house, went away. Moved it to the office, went away, right? So essentially I got fucking gaslit by both these companies for months with them telling me, oh, it's your router. Oh, it's your modem. Oh, it's your, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, it's the wiring at your connection. They sent out so many stupid techs who did the same stupid fucking thing every single time. Like, oh, all your levels are good in the house. We replaced this cable. Oh, the last tech wasn't as great as I am. I'm the greatest tech. I fixed your cable even more. And I'm like, this isn't the fucking problem. Like, Jesus Christ. So, I don't know, man. But it took months to do this, right? Like, I spent 3 months streaming out of that office that I rented for this. It's just, anyways, I'm super glad to have it fixed and working. Fucking knock on wood, chat. Every one of you, reach out and knock on wood. Don't fucking jinx me here. But I'm glad it's working. It's been working. It seems to be fairly fine. Oh. Here we are. Oh, did someone start the prediction? Appreciate it. Yep. Some point in the nearest future, we're gonna bring back. You know, I was just starting to do this at the office, right? Or didn't really work because we were at the office, right? But I was just starting to do optional extended streams, like some nights where, like, you know, I'm having a good time, you guys are having a good time. We do some like sub goals for like extended streams on some of the weekends. Go back to doing some drinking streams from time to time because I'm at home. Like, pretty happy. Pretty happy to be home. And not go into an office that had multiple cases of COVID while I was there. Seems like a nice little perk too. Not to have to be exposed to potentially to the virus while that's happening. Like, I never would have been able to go visit my parents if I was still working from the office, because I quarantined for 2 weeks before going down there, right? Now I've been home here for 2 weeks quarantining again, so I feel pretty reasonable about that. Get a card. Let's see. They want me to try the customs gate bullshit again. This didn't work. Sure. Knocked on several pieces of wood. I appreciate that. The number of wood, I don't know. Like, I never even thought about that. The superstitious habit picked up from my father for knocking on wood. But I guess I've never really like questioned that in terms of like, what is the optimal number of pieces of wood to knock on? Double custom gate.
Quitters never win.
Thank you, GW Paste, for the sub. Back. Dude, I, as a very little kid, would do that sometimes. Where I would not fall asleep till I saw certain numbers like change on my clock kind of deal. I was a very little kid when that happened. Thankfully, that didn't turn into anything more demanding or more problematic for me. When in need of a favor, some good luck. One politely mentioned this wish to a tree and then touched the bark, representing the first knock. The second knock was to say thank you. Huh. That based on. Alright, we gotta get these customs gate down to do anything, but we have no money. We don't actually have enough military to survive this wave either. As soon as you took the gate, you voted failure. It's quite possible. I don't feel like we're in solid shape or anything. Get one of these down. Alright, I just need these guys to get through this wave already. Guess we can go and fight them. Might just die here. I'll place this other one, but can't do it right now. Got the money, but not the location. There's so many units. Can't afford a redraw, so we gotta win with this, but I don't think this wins. Do I have any more units anywhere? No, right? Where's my military? Like, I know I have them in my deck. Got one throw that missed. Well played. One good knock is enough to scare mischievous fairies. How do I get them to come back? Like, if I want to get to know them better. How many knocks is that? Alright, that's a loss. Nerds are such trash. Yes. All right, I want to play some more as this faction though. I do like this faction, even if I can't get them to work right now on 18 plus. That's fine. I'll let the mods figure out what they want to do for their predictions. Really bad starting hand for money. I wonder if I just toss this too. Out of order. Feels bad. Knock a sick beat. I think I have to outsource to nephews, I've been told, for things like that. Gotta tell my brother to get fucking busy. I'll let his wife know. I'll just call up and be like, look, Cat says I need hip nephews, quote unquote. And you guys are not doing your part in making that a reality. I don't know how well it would go over. Maybe. Be like, look, chat was very serious. I wonder if I have to have a group of 4 before they arrive at all. As this isn't shit, is it? Boosted too. And if I don't draw a military unit here, we just, right? So we got to cycle that again immediately. Double the wave size of the first wave. Looks on how to increase their fertility.
Renewal. Welcome back.
Welcome
Time flies
back,
when you're having fun.
X. To the resub. When they ask why I haven't had kids yet? Yeah. Correct. There was a guy some time ago who was posting was it all meat health tips in our IRL channel? Like a paleo diet, but with like no nods to anyone else's biochemistry. I think we just have to customs gate until we make it work, right? Is there any way that's not true? They're a random military unit, quite honestly. Such a scam. Easy banner rat. Now we can't not do it. We have plus movement speed to adjacent allies. All it takes is the banner rat living at 2 population, 0 damage for multiple rounds. Amazing. I mean, to be fair, we probably don't survive this wave, so but we're relevant. $132 for that. The worst part is I don't think customs gate works in the first row. I think it needs to be in the second row because there's too much distance between the first 2. Like, I don't even think I can play this is my point, right? Because I have to play. If we get enough banner rats, maybe it's fine. Imagine 2 population for this girl. Celeste will not happen today. It's never planning on happening today. I'm asking the same question, which I've been asking, which is, how does, has anyone played the Celeste update? I would really, really like to play Celeste again, and I'm concerned that I won't have enough new content if I just dive into what's there. I like how these banner rats don't tank hits and don't do damage. Build a house, get a card. I mean, chat. the build is ordained by God. We can't say no, right? We knocked once and we got given endless numbers of custom gates. Do it. Move one card, plus 1 leader level. What do we remove? We're out of population, but it's like half my economy isn't fucking grains. Build a house. Tried to cycle like 6 times now. Give me my fucking stuff back, alright? They're not even moving that fast. There's like 12 guys who don't do anything except move. And they're not moving fast? Like, kidding me? They don't even stop when they're hit. They don't even tank damage. They're so useless. Holy crap. Is that bad? Dude, our group of low hit point, high damage units will just die here. Perhaps kill them. Rush. How was Blessing delete a card? Need to find a way to boost their attack somewhere. Maybe they get an upgrade that does it. Any jumpers? No. Like to recommend a game where you can send the link? Discord. There's a channel for it. We gotta get like one expansion before doing this. It would be fine if we were on just one side. Problem is we're not on one side. We're out here in the fucking middle. Might be some other things that aren't fine as well, but maybe the fact that we have like 2,000 gold and units that don't do anything, don't do damage, tank damage, or do anything else. What does it upgrade into? The growth card too, a growth unit, doubles growth. Seems really solid. Already dead? Okay. What does movement speed stack to, chat? Does it ever like max out? I mean, that will do it. This will give my hit units actual attack, technically. Oh, they won't ever attack even if they get boosted? It doesn't, is it support? Card's bad. That's going to be even more awkward if that's true. Oh, is it attacking on the other side too? Okay. Sure, we'll be fine. It doesn't really look that fine over here. Been more fine. Different time in my life. Look! They're just standing there taking damage, doing fuck all as we die. Awesome. Gold. Build a house and get a card. One of those. Okay, more bannerets. Maybe not the solution to anything. Go right. Maybe a hunter would have been fine. I mean, it's a cheap unit. They're running away now, even though they have to fight here or we die. Maybe you don't do that game. Maybe just fight and win. Also, jumpers killing us on the left. Yeah. How are we feeling about this? Pretty good? Next 15 seconds, target group deals 2 damage equal to 200% of armored and plus 1 rats. Hold arms. Yep. No. Easy claw machine. Should have boosted them, no reason not to. Just lost my wall. Did we save the building? Don't know. Kinda looks like no. Spitter killed it. Doesn't feel like their speed buff stacks. No, it doesn't, does it? They certainly weren't like racing across the map. So it's a 2 population unit that adds 20% speed that may not be stacking. Has no attack, doesn't get in the way of hits. Like, what is its redeeming feature? That I don't have to pick it normally? I did not get an update on the last Astrivis. If you have one, that would be wonderful. There's a fat ass. Knock on wood. All right. Let's see what we got. Choose outcome. That was a fail. Start a prediction. Will Filthy win? Yeah, exactly. Fatal Owl. But it's so hard to do that because I have to get that building early enough where, I mean, 5 gold per is not really worth very much, right? Like, it's only good early. Expect that to matter later, or matter early, rather. But thus far, not. Uh-oh, not enough money for cheese. Need one of these to pick. Background NPCs activate the gates, didn't notice. Really like to cycle my hand again, but made enough money. Like how they didn't arrive to fight to support one another. All right, let's try not forcing that strategy and see where we get. All right, merchant in with 300. We have a cheese market available. 3 more militia shields. This is this game. Wall on a farm. Take the wall, obviously, for the expansion bonus. I'm gonna take that for now. Yes, the spawn 1,000,000 units for free, or immediately. Card was very good. That's a little baby building. Okay. Do AoE damage with this belly thump? We'll delete a card, build a house. No cards I can delete though, are there? Ah! Stinking guards. Now, granted, don't do any damage without the guards, but going for the long game. Gonna be impossible to defend the left side right now. Hope we don't have to. Oh, attacking left side feels bad. Don't think I have a choice but to move back that way. It's not gonna work, but random skill card, visor for 100 gold. Okay. Get a card, build a house, get gold. Okay. And a military card has to be good enough. Like gold for money, not sure I wanted to do that. Guys have to keep moving. Die. Might be dead anyways. Oh, thrower's going. Good, throw your throws. Did it auto repair? I didn't repair that. We have an auto repairman. We got a repairman, chat. I didn't even notice. I mean, I guess I did notice if I just did it, but you know. Thoughts. Why did I get an upgraded card? Move a card, 200 gold, leader level. Need a card, get a card, build a house. Rescue. If I want to play this or not. Merchant arrives. I'm gonna lose that wall, which is okay. Now the next one's coming this way too. Like the barracks, an active building, it seemed very slow. Unit's bad. Remove one military card in hand. A random military card in hand receives plus attack and max HP equal to 30% of all removes respective total. I've not used this card. Maybe this card is the solution to all of our problems. Remove is literally remove from the deck, right? I would need a cheap source of adding more cards to deck. Right. Ah! Joke's on you, I don't draw military cards. We just have to add all of these to our deck now. The event. Wave on the left is pretty bad. A random military advisor. -1 attack to enemies is fine. Auto repair, nice. If I ever get 2 cheeses in hand, we'll use our cheese economy. You killed them already? Holy crap. What are you doing? Upgrade 1 random card whenever you expand your city with a defensive wall. It's not bad this early. What does the upgrade on this do? Makes it really expensive. Perfect. Should have boosted those. No reason not to. It was bad. Gonna die if we don't deal with that though. Guy being slow and blocking my wall repair sucks. About to lose that wall. Still fight, right? This guy's beating on that wall. Why is he just allowed to keep spitting back there? I don't get it. You're gonna blow up the town hall as well because he just ignores these units fighting him? So far, this card has not been in the hand. I've never been in the same hand as a military unit. Yeah, I can't survive this right wave. I can't build units over there. Like, there's no way to get a massive units there at all. I don't think I can ever play them in a way that keeps them alive either. Trying by wasting all of my money to get them all out at once, but it's still only 3 units. We get the upgrade guy? Didn't take him, right? Okay, eat the shitty one, okay? Eat the shitty one. Nice. Now he's gonna be huge. Look at him, he's gonna solo this. Wham! Not working as exactly as intended. Get him. Get him, tower. A lot of noise on my buildings. I can't even move them left now, so I can't even begin to defend. Fuck. Yeah. Aren't watchtowers super useful for me? Yeah, that's why I bought the watchtower. Okay. Congratulations, those of you who bet against me. Slam our head into this again. Raw damage. Yeah, that was the plan behind that card, was to get something that had some raw damage in it. So I was asking about the Solasta update. If anyone actually has that information, I would really like to know what been changed. Specifically, how much content did they add is the bit that I'm interested in. They added a ton of content, like a couple more zones. I'm going to play through it again because I really enjoyed it and I want to play it more. I'm not so worried about the bugs, as long as they're not insanely game breaking. I know they've done 2 updates since I played last. Not individual units, you can move types of units, right? But it is really a fucking pain. Whereabouts am I? I live in Iowa at the moment. Grew up in Maine and New York. I have lived in Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Massachusetts. Say that, that's a lie. New Hampshire, Maine, New York, North Carolina. That's it. So, US is the answer. A number of the states is the sub answer. Alright. Get a card, get a card. The watchtower? Snap pick. Alright. Not an individual rat, it's the group of that type. I'll show you. What do we want here?
You have returned.
Money. Take 1 shoe market too, it's okay. Ooh. I don't want to rescue. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that though. Maybe if we get a good draw here. $43. Watch. So you want to move somebody over there. Can't click an individual rat. You click everybody, or you can click a group. If you click a group, it gives you a thing, but that's not an individual rat. That's still the group of that type of military unit. Can't move individuals and rats in this game, to the best of my knowledge. It's my repair guy already. Are we okay? We've got like one melee guy. Might not be okay. Not a lot I can do about it though. Melee very badly. Alright, hope we get a little bit of a power spike here, because right now my melee doesn't stay alive and doesn't do any damage. We're being carried by guards, which is definitely a short-term thing, because guards are trash. Oh fuck, they just killed us over here when I wasn't looking. I didn't know where that wave came from. That must have been the rescue danger wave. It's money, I guess. Although we don't have bounty bonus. Move a card. Leader level for half my gold is fine. Look at this. House, delete a card, get a card. We need a I'll take a watchtower. Yeah. Latham. Merchant's here with 193 gold. Guess I want to put it in the deck before I cycle, so I'll have a look in 2 seconds. Really don't like militia bow. Gladiators a bit of a scam too, like a berserker, I guess. I would like one of these, but I can't afford shit, so 5 seconds we'll find out. Sure, I die if I don't reinforce here. I die even reinforcing. Imagine having money right now so I didn't have to die. Wouldn't that be nice? What, we overbought? I only bought a fucking watchtower and a unit. Okay. Why don't I like militia bow? Because they have a very, very hard time transforming. Because they stand in such a position where they get shit on in the same way that guards do by that first round of poison spitters. Or bitters, whatever they are. We're gonna make this general work though. We're gonna get him off the ground. Even on difficulty 18, chat. It's going to happen. Gotta figure out the early game that works, or get the cards that work, or both. Greedy on the watchtower. Yeah, tier 1 watchtowers are pretty greedy, I agree. Agree 100%. Can't cycle this hand, unfortunately. Can boost it though. Rushing a wall good is 3 houses. Houses are 150 gold that don't do anything for me when they come down, except the small amount of tax. mean, if I get a wall and it's convenient, sure. No, I don't think rushing helps it too. I do think getting all the waves on the same side, or as many as you, like a couple in a row on the same side, helps immensely. Because getting like you can't like deal with a small number. You have to have like a huge force here so you don't get wiped out. One of my guards dead. Your level of stone skin, delete a card, all pretty fail. New pollution is definitely fun. I like this difficulty chat. Like I know I'm re-rolling a lot here, but I'm okay with that. Here actually a wall is not bad because nothing else does anything. Shoe Market and Fire Station are both pretty bad. Aggro's not real good either. Feels like to me. That's an interesting card. It's a 0 cost con card that shits up my deck by adding it. See, the problem is right now I don't have enough military units as a total proportion of my deck. Like I can't build enough units on either side to survive. I'm kind of looking at militia bow plus defensive wall here. I'm taking the advisor. Looking for a power spike. Max HP to military cards is okay. Yes. Happy to see the wave coming this side. The house, get a card. The population fix. I don't know if I can handle the, I mean, this, it's a resource to danger, but it's also, this shits up my deck by adding a card to it, so less dense military. Generates danger, which is also shits up my deck by having to draw it, even if I can use it as a resource. It just might be too much early. Like, I like the idea of the citizen population from it. First aid is strong. I don't think this card is strong. It's strong. It seems really bad to me. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to get these guys to survive by healing them. It just, I mean, what's their max HP? Like their max HP is under 40, right? I did get an HP booster, so maybe there was something to be said about healing, but I don't know. I haven't had first aid do anything for me. Oh, should have boosted that. The card, get gold. Like this one. Same problem though, it shits up my deck, right? Where did we put the building? Right side? Where did I, honestly, where did I did expand out, right? I'm not imagining that. I put it there. Out of population. Sure, the guards will die here, so I'll be fine. Wave on the right. I'd have to force cycle through some of this stuff. I don't need population even to play more units. Jesus, man, this is 2 back-to-back shit events in like 2 seconds. Painful. Why are these guys just standing there? Like movement speed just to like keep this going would be something, but I'm not gonna be able to rebuild my waves fast enough. It'd be early enough that this could do something for me. Two walls to hide behind over there. Wow, they're breaking that wall faster than they're dying. We just died to these? Oh. Close though. $100 per butterfly is nice. Boy, it took a while to die. It did finally go. Can you click this button? Wow. Hitbox, please. So much money off that though. You can get 1 of 10 skill cards, card upgrade, legendary, cataphract. Don't generally like. Could upgrade this for citizens every 60 seconds. I have to get this on the board still. I have the money right now though because of the butterflies. Right? Force cycle here. Boost. Yeah. Another event. That's the 5th event this soon. Crazy. I think we die here. I don't think we can beat these units, right? Maybe the spitter doesn't kill my entire group, but I think it will. There are more butterflies that I'm missing, chat? Ah. Me? Head on that side as well right now. Don't hop the wall and kill me. Come on. What's the point of putting the tower if it doesn't actually do anything? Fuck. Thought that was a decent start. Yeah. Could keep my bows alive for longer. What? There's something I'm not doing that keep keeping my bows alive longer? Brutal. 18 level 18 difficulty on this character is really hard. More ticks for this, annoyingly. Just a 20. Although, presumably, I've been told that this hero is particular. Oh shit! I just redrew on accident there. I've been told this hero is particularly bad. Wow, I'm not. That one doesn't count. We're gonna just restart that. I just misclicked the redraw at 2 seconds and cost myself 40 gold. It's pretty ridiculous. I walked them back and forth. They lived longer. That's nice. Yeah, it could be good. I think getting a card that takes advantage of this card would be really nice. Ticks. More tick. Economy is so bad too. This faction start because Hunt's a dead card until the wave shows up. Rebel's a dead card. The house is a dead card, but you have to play it. Like your economy is dog shit. Didn't draw another military unit. I guess getting double hunt down there was good. I have no money though for the merchant. Something good too. Don't want first expansion 3 houses. I'm pretty sure I need a strong advisor to get anything that works for me out of that. Market's a scam. Ouch. I don't even know if this is worth playing. Does it pay itself back? So it cost me 105. I get how much from it? So if I have 2 cheeses in my hand, which is my minimum for that, they were going to generate me 20 gold. Instead, if I pop this and get 2 more, I get the 120. 120 minus 40, so I get 80. Then I get 90 minus 40 to 50, so it's 130. So it does pay itself back. Just. God, is that even worth buying? Gotta get -1 pop for each wall I build too. I think it's worth buying.